Robin Williams. Robin Williams didn't just accept awards, he erupted.
Thank you, Hollywood, for prayers.
1 second he was Gollum, the next, thee was Shakespeare, then suddenly a French mime. The stage couldn't contain him. That's what made him special. His comedy wasn't scripted fitness, it was improvisational athletics. His mind was sprinting, his body was sprinting, and the audience was gasping to keep up. Doctors actually compare improvisation to a neurological workout, a constant mix of stress and recovery, creativity firing across multiple brain regions at once. Robin was basically doing CrossFit for the soul in real time. And think about it. The breath control, the lung capacity, the stamina it takes to keep the room roaring without a single pause. That's not just entertainment. That's a full-body workout disguised as stand-up. Honestly, his punchlines were interval training, and every audience member left with sore abs from laughing. Jennifer Lawrence. When Jennifer Lawrence tripped on her way to the Oscar stage, the world held its breath.
Thank you. You guys are just standing up because you feel bad that I fell, and that's really embarrassing, but thank you. This is nuts.
But instead of shrinking in embarrassment, she laughed, turned it into charm, and won the room. That's resilience in action. In psychology, it's called cognitive reframing, taking an awkward stumble and flipping it into something positive. Athletes do the same thing when they miss a shot or fall during a routine. Recover, reset, keep moving. What Jennifer showed us is that grace under pressure isn't about never failing. It's about failing loudly, laughing even louder, and reminding people that vulnerability is powerful. She didn't just win Best Actress, she won the award for Best Recovery. And let's be honest, she probably burned more calories laughing than most of us do on a treadmill. Cuba Gooding Jr. Cuba Gooding Jr. turned his Oscar moment into a full-on track meet.
I know I have a little bit of time, so I'm going to rush and say everybody, and you cut away. I won't be mad at you.
He sprinted across the stage, arms flying, voice booming, refusing to be cut off by the orchestra. That's adrenaline-fueled fitness at its best. When adrenaline hits, your body shifts into fight-or-flight mode. Your heart rate spikes, your muscles pump harder, and suddenly you've got the energy of a sprinter in the last 50 meters. Cuba was running on pure hormonal rocket fuel. The man wasn't just thanking people, he was torching calories while screaming names into the mic. And here's the thing, audiences loved it because it wasn't polished or controlled. It was raw, sweaty joy. In a room full of rehearsed speeches, Cuba gave us the most human workout we'd ever seen. He left the stage with an Oscar in one hand and a full cardio session logged on his Fitbit. Matthew McConaughey. When Matthew McConaughey took the stage, the room leaned in.
Thank you to the Academy for this.
Not because he was loud, but because he was slow, controlled, patient. Notice his breathing, deep inhales, smooth cadence, intentional pauses. That's not nerves, that's mastery. It's the same breathing technique athletes use before free throws, sprinters use before the gun fires, or yogis use to center themselves. His famous, all right, wasn't just a callback. It was his way of resetting the room's rhythm to match his own. Breath control in action. Science tells us breath regulates cortisol, boosts oxygen flow, and calms the nervous system. McConaughey turned an Oscar speech into a mindfulness session, and somehow made it Texan cool. All right. Translation? Namaste, y'all.
Whatever it is we look forward to and whoever it is we're chasing, to that I say amen. To that I say all right.
Julia Roberts. When Julia Roberts won her Oscar, she gave one of the longest speeches in Academy history. The orchestra tried to play her off, and she said, "Nope, not yet. This is my moment."
I have a television, so I'm going to spend some time here to tell you some things.
That was boundary setting at its finest. And in health and wellness, boundaries are critical. We talk about diets, workouts, and sleep, but mental health depends on knowing when to protect your own space. Julia wasn't rude. She was radiant, funny, and commanding. She reminded the world that self-care sometimes looks like holding the mic a little longer. That's fitness too, having the strength to say, "I deserve this time." And if you can say it to a 70-piece orchestra, you can definitely say it to your boss, your trainer, or even your group chat. Sandra Bullock and Bill Murray. Sandra Bullock joked about tabloids in the middle of her acceptance. Bill Murray basically refused to take the whole thing seriously. Different styles, same point, laughter is therapy. We think of workouts as sweat and strain, but research shows laughter actually lowers stress hormones, strengthens immunity, and boosts endorphins. Sandra and Bill weren't just being funny. They were showing us another type of Hollywood sweat, managing pressure with a smile. The truth is, laughter is cardio for the soul. Some people lift weights, others tell jokes. Both keep you healthy. No wonder Murray looks like he hasn't aged since Ghostbusters. Light cardio for 40 years straight. Jack Nicholson. When Jack Nicholson accepted an Oscar, he barely moved. No sprinting, no yelling, no theatrics. Just sunglasses, a grin, and the kind of confidence that made the whole room lean toward him. That's posture power. Body language experts say open posture and stillness project dominance while lowering your own stress levels. It literally changes how your hormones balance. Nicholson didn't need to prove strength. He radiated it by doing less. That's a fitness lesson too. Sometimes stability beats intensity. Stillness is strength. Talk about core control. And those shades? Forget lifting belts. That was the real support gear. Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep is the queen of Oscar speeches. She's been nominated more times than most actors have been on screen.
And the winner is?
And the winner is?
I really want to thank all my colleagues, all my friends.
But here's the thing. She never rushes. She never cracks. Her secret? Mindfulness. Every speech is grounded. She makes eye contact, breathes slowly, delivers words with clarity. She doesn't let the pressure of billions watching shake her. That's fitness in a different sense. Mental training. Athletes visualize before big games. Surgeons steady their hands before an operation. Meryl? She turns global stages into masterclasses in calm focus. She reminds us that fitness isn't always sweat and strain. Sometimes it's just composure. And honestly, after 21 nominations, the Academy should just skip the speeches and build her a yoga studio backstage. So, what do these moments prove? That Hollywood sweat isn't about six-packs or gym time. It's about resilience, adrenaline, breathing, boundaries, laughter, posture, and mindfulness. Because at the Oscars, under the hottest lights, in the sweatiest moments, fitness isn't just physical. It's mental, emotional, and deeply human. Now your turn. Which speech was your favorite sweaty, awkward, or hilarious award moment? Drop it below. And don't forget, subscribe, or you'll trip on the way to your own acceptance speech.